Today, I want to share with you an amazing love story that has lasted for more than 2 decades. Just imagine, an ordinary Australian girl meets a prince at the Olympic Games and, a few years later, becomes one of the most admired royal figures in Europe. Sounds like a fairy tale? That's because it truly is. A real, modern fairy tale about Mary of Denmark. On the 14th of May this year, it marked 21 years since the wedding of Frederik and Mary of Denmark. It feels like it was just yesterday. The grand ceremony in the Cathedral of Our Lady in Copenhagen, the tears in the prince's eyes as he waited for his bride at the altar, and Mary herself appearing in a dress that instantly became a part of fashion history. That day changed not only the life of an Australian lawyer forever, but also the future of the Danish monarchy. Let me tell you today not only about the royal couple's anniversary, but also reveal some little-known details about Mary's wedding gown, details that many of us may not have noticed 21 years ago. Behind every stitch of that dress were layers of symbolism and touching personal stories. Of her special day, Mary entrusted the creation of her dress to Danish designer Uffe Frank, and he exceeded all expectations. Just imagine 24 metres of satin lined with silk organza and 8 metres of Irish lace. The result was a true work of haute couture art. The bodice had a boat neckline that elegantly accentuated the bride's figure, and the French sleeves, shaped like calla lilies, added a delicate and romantic touch. But what really stole the show was the full skirt with its many folds and the incredibly long train that majestically trailed behind her along the cathedral floor, making Mary look like a princess from a fairy tale, which she truly became that day. But the most interesting elements of the bride's outfit were hidden from the eyes of the guests. The most special and touching thing, invisible to the people attending the ceremony, but incredibly meaningful to the bride, was this. Mary got married to Prince Frederik without her mother being there, as she had passed away 7 years before the wedding and had never met the Danish heir to the throne. To feel her mother's unseen presence on that important day, Mary asked the designer to sew her mother's wedding ring into the inside of the dress, right over her heart, a heartfelt gesture that shows just how much family and the memory of loved ones mean to Mary. The next detail is Mary's veil, which was far more than just a part of her bridal look. It was a true family heirloom. This exquisite piece of Irish lace, reportedly woven by nuns in the early 20th century, was previously worn by Queen Ingrid of Denmark, who was born a princess of Sweden, and by all her daughters, Princess Margrethe, Princess Benedict, and Princess Anne-Marie. Giving this veil to the Australian bride was a deeply symbolic gesture from the royal family, a way of welcoming Mary into their lineage and recognising her as the future queen consort. And the tiara that adorned Mary's head? It was a wedding gift from her new parents-in-law, Queen Margrethe II and Prince Henrik. Although the exact origins of the tiara remain a mystery to this day, we know that it is made of diamonds and features a series of heraldic lilies, symbols of royal authority. Mary completed her look with a sleek low bun and a centre part, a hairstyle that beautifully highlighted the tiara. The bride's earrings deserve special mention as well. They were created especially for this important occasion by jeweller Marianne Dulon, who, by the way, still designs jewellery for the current queen. The earrings were made of diamonds set in platinum and finished with pear-shaped South Sea pearls, a refined choice that highlighted Mary's elegant taste. Mary's wedding look was topped off with a unique cascading bouquet designed by florist Eric Bering. In the arrangement of white roses and hydrangeas, one could spot eucalyptus flowers, a symbolic nod to the bride's native Australia. This bouquet, just like Mary's entire ensemble, represented the union of two worlds, her Australian past and her Danish future. And on the silk ribbon that wrapped around the stems, the wedding date and the couple's monogram were engraved, another small but meaningful detail. Since that magical wedding day, 21 years have passed, and the Australian lawyer Mary Donaldson has become Queen Mary of Denmark. She is the first queen consort of the country to be born outside of Europe, and the first to sit on the Danish throne with a university education. Over the years, she has not only learned a new language and adapted to a new country, but she has also won the hearts of the Danish people with her elegance, intelligence, and dedication to charity work. This year, as they marked their 21st wedding anniversary, the royal couple had to spend this special day apart due to official duties. King Frederik was presenting the gold medal of the Royal Danish Academy of Sciences and Letters to this year's laureate, as one of the institution's patrons. Meanwhile, Queen Mary was working with her charitable foundation. Even after all these years since their wedding, royal duties still come first for the couple. The story of Mary of Denmark is not just about how an ordinary girl became a queen. It's a story of how love, dedication, and determination can overcome any boundary, that geographical, cultural, or social. It's a story about a woman who had the courage to completely change her life for love, and who now wears the crown of one of the world's oldest monarchies with dignity. Their love story continues to inspire millions of people around the globe and reminds us that real-life fairy tales still happen, even in the modern world.